My name is Jannel Monroe, and this is my story. So I remember it was about summer, May 2016, and I had just gone on one of the most transformative, amazing, life-changing missionary trips that I've ever been on. That was the only missionary trip I've ever been on. But it was to Lebanon, and I had such a great experience. It was world-changing, and honestly, I was on a high. However, that high didn't quite last throughout the summer. You see, this was the year right before I was going to enter into my senior year. And freshman year, I felt like I kind of had it all figured out. Sophomore year, I'm pretty sure this is for me. Junior year, yeah, this is definitely for me, and ministry is what I want to do till the day that I die. However, as the summer progressed, it wasn't really feeling that way anymore. I wasn't really getting calls to preach. I wasn't really involved in ministry. And I did spend a good chunk of my time alone, to be honest. And I really began to wonder during the summer, God, if ministry is what you want me to do, then where in the world are the opportunities? Why do I feel like I'm not doing anything to grow me? What's going on? And it wasn't until actually that August, before I was supposed to leave to go back to start my senior year at Andrews, that my mom actually had to have a talk with me because I ended up breaking down crying in a little kid's Sabbath school classroom. And she had to come in and pretty much set me straight and let me know. Even with the lump in her throat and the tears in the back of her eyes, she had to let me know, Jannel, this may just be God's way of giving you some rest because He knows that in the summers to come after this, you won't have time for that. And at the moment, I didn't really want to believe that, but it was the closest thing to logic that I could come up with. So I took it and I ran with it. And lo and behold, actually that summer after, I really didn't have time to do anything like rest. But what that summer of rest did teach me was that there are some things emotionally that I needed to deal with that I wouldn't have had time to deal with unless God intentionally gave me time that summer. And there were some visions and dreams that God needed to show me. Because if I didn't take that time that summer, I wouldn't have really clearly known what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it in ministry. So it allowed for me to be able to go into my senior year knowing for sure ministry is what I want to do and this is how I want to go about it. So even when times got tough during senior year and I really questioned if I had the strength to make it, I remembered God gave me time specifically to prepare for this. So if He could do it for me, He can do it for you. So enjoy the time of waiting. It's not necessarily that God is given up or that you're useless, but it's more so that God is simply trying to say, take some time for yourself first so you can be the best you to do the best that I'd like for you to do. This is my story.